to the Biz Gone Social podcast. We help entrepreneurs navigate how to get known, get customers, and get the edge over their competition. Here is your host, Lorraine Duncan.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm so glad to be here at this podcast, and I'm glad that you are listening. And this is episode 22. Who would have ever thought? And this month, I just want to give you some information and talk a little bit about LinkedIn. And last week, I talked about some etiquette. And this week, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about how we grow our LinkedIn social media platform. And, you know, there are so many things out there that you can do. But before I even say some things that you should do, I kind of want to talk about you just got to be consistent. So if you put up a profile and you never update it or you never went back in and tried to connect with anybody, you probably need to do a little bit more than that. In fact, you probably need to do a whole lot more than that. You need to really be on LinkedIn every day and daily. So I'm just going to share some really important things. I have some like pre-growth things that you need to do. You really need to complete that profile. That's anywhere from the headshot to the summary, to the bio, to your headline, to your education, to your work experience. All those things need to be on your LinkedIn profile. You have to fill it out until when you're on your dashboard, you see all-star. So the bottom line is that complete your profile and then kind of scatter some keywords in your profile. So for instance, I'm a social media marketer. And so therefore I put some marketing in a keyword marketing throughout my profile. So that's just one thing that you can do to start growing your LinkedIn. If people see that you're serious about it, then they're going to know that you are someone worth connecting to. Here's the thing. You need to have some goals. If you've ever heard me do a webinar or other educational posts on social media, I always say you have to have some goals around who you want to connect with. So I want you to think about that. And, you know, as usual, when it comes to goals, I always use SMART goals. I think they're great. I think that, you know, if you're specific, like for instance, if I want to connect with travel agents, or if I want to connect with photographers, or so if I want to connect with content managers, or if I want to connect, you get the idea. The bottom line is that you want to set some goals around that. So make it specific. You know, I am going to connect with some photographers. Make it measurable. How many photographers do you want to connect with? Make it attainable. Like it would be like unrealistic to say that I'm going to connect with 20,000 photographers. Also make it realistic. Again, 20,000 photographers is not realistic, but when you put the attainable, like 10 photographers a week and have meaningful conversations with them, that changes everything. And make sure you just give it a time. So make it timely. And so give yourself a deadline. I want to have 50 new meaningful connections by November 15th. Okay, so once we got that done, we want to start reaching out to people. Now, this is the thing that I hate when people are reaching out. They reach out and they use that canned message. So it's not even personal. So like, it makes me think like, well, why would I really want to follow you? Why would I really want to connect with you when you can't even bother to write me a personal note? And here's some things. It's like, this is probably some of the reasons why people don't connect with you. Because first of all, they don't know you. So if you're connecting with somebody you don't know, you actually have to give them a reason why you're connecting with them. So think about that. So the next thing I think is really important, and we so miss this in all our marketing when it comes to our businesses, and this is where we lose the sale or we never get it. It's follow-up. How are you doing with follow-up? If somebody, like I like to give something out. So like when I'm giving something out, if they connect with me, I'm assuming because I put in my personal note that after we connect, I'd like to send you a brief article on XYZ. So what I'm saying here is that make sure in your follow-up you give them that article XYZ. So the next thing is people, we have like all these first connections and second connections and third connections. How are we doing there? When's the last time you connected with some of your first connections? When's the last time you reached out to have a conversation? You want to make sure you're doing that too. And lastly, the only thing that I want to say that's really important is because you can do this now, you can post, you need to post relevant, helpful content. Now, this could be in a post. Use nice pictures because it's proven fact that when you use a nice picture, people will view it. And then lastly, you want to, with posting relevant, helpful content, you can literally post some articles too. It doesn't have to be your own articles. And you can also post videos. And by the way, videos are a thing to do now. So this isn't what this podcast is about today. But I just this is going to be just a really quick podcast today. I just want to share, these are some ways that you can grow on LinkedIn. And I'm sure because if you're business to business, you want to be growing. So I hope these things help you. Remember, just complete your profile, use keywords in your profile, have some goals. I like to use SMART goals, make them specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And then you want to reach out with a personal connection request, a personal note. You want to follow up. You want to engage often with people that you are connected with. And then, of course, lastly, you want to post relevant, helpful content. And I hope that helps you. If you have any questions about LinkedIn, I would love to hear from you. You can just contact me at Lorraine@bizgonesocial.com. And you have a great, great week, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Biz Gone Social podcast. Find us on Instagram @BizGoneSocial for extra tips. Check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, stay social.